Hi guys, it's Night Fear, and I have come on to do my TBR for Contemporary-A-Thon. This is a Readathon hosted by Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, Julie from Pages and Pens, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. If you are not subscribed to these ladies, you really need to be. They are really great ladies, and they each have very awesome reading tastes. So I suggest you go check them out. This readathon goes from September 17th to the 23rd, so it's coming soon. Now, I wasn't going to do any reading-a-thons this month because I did the Nooch last month, but everybody was talking about it, and I really love these three ladies, and so I decided I would do it too. Even though I normally don't read contemporaries, I decided I'd get a little out of my comfort zone, and so here's my lovely, lovely TBR. Okay, so the very first challenge is orange on the cover, and I chose Little Bee, and this is by Chris Cleave, and I have this actually on my other TBR, and I did it on my library haul. And I read what this is about. Basically, it's about two women who meet, something happens, one of them makes a choice that's not such a great choice, and then they meet years later. And then it's about, I guess, the repercussions of the choice that was made when they first met. I don't know, it sounds like a really good book. But this is orange, and it doesn't really look orange. It looks more yellow on my screen, but this is really orange. I promise, it's orange. See, it's orange. It's orange. So, I'm excited about reading this one. Then, the second challenge is dark and spooky. These all have to be contemporary books, guys. So, it's still not too late for you to join, but that's the one rule. It has to be contemporary. But this is a dark and spooky book, and I picked Brother, and no, I haven't started it. This is the thing, and I'm going to use it as a bookmark when I read this. But I chose Brother by Anya Allborn, and this one is about a West Virginia family who, assuming kills people and buries them in the woods, and they've been doing this for a while, and one of the brothers decides he doesn't want to do this anymore. I'm thinking he falls in love with one of the people who live in town, and his brother decides that that's not going to happen, and they're going to continue killing, and it's all what happens with that. And it sounds really cool, and since I'm from West Virginia, I thought that would be cool to read. So that's my spooky. Then we need to read a diverse book, and there were several that I want to read, but I can't remember who it was, but somebody had this one on their TBR, and it sounded like a really powerful book, and this is called Small Great Things by Jodi Picoult. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, but basically, she is a nurse. Her name is, hold on one second. Her name is Ruth Jefferson. She's a labor and delivery nurse in a Connecticut hospital, and she is black, and the parents of this one child are white supremacists, and they do not want her anywhere near their child. And one night, something happens to the child, and she's the only one on duty, and so she is like, what do I do? Because I've been told not to do this, touch this child, but, and then it's from the repercussions of that decision, what she makes from doing that. So it sounds like a really, really powerful book. So I'm going to read this. And I'm hoping it's as good as it sounds it's going to be. Because I hate when you think they're going to be really good and then they're not. Okay. The next one is non-traditional format. So you can read whatever you want, but it has to be like a non-traditional. So like an audiobook, a graphic novel, a book in prose, a Kindle book, whatever. So I chose Hate List, and I'm going to do this in audio, and this is on Scribd. And basically this is about a girl whose boyfriend commits a school shooting. And I guess from what I've read in the description, she helped him make the list or had something to do with the list. And so she's kind of blamed a little bit. And so this is her going back to school after this has happened. So this also sounds like a really powerful novel. And yeah. Yeah, I didn't pick easy ones, guys. I picked ones that were kind of, yeah. Because I like to read different kinds, and, you know, and while I'm reading contemporary, I might as well read some doozies. Okay, so this one is, you read a book with your initials on the cover. And I didn't do my middle initial because my initials are actually MJZ. So I just did the M and the Z. So, because I'm kind of picky. I don't really like fluffy books, as you can tell from my TBR. So there was one that I can't remember what it was. Julie recommended to me, and it just didn't sound good for me. And it might be a good book. I'm just picky. So I decided to read Elma, I don't know, by Fiona Mosley. And this is about a family who decides to kind of cut ties with society. And so they, find a home out in the backwoods, and the father's doing stuff he shouldn't be doing and I'm not sure what that means because it doesn't go into detail. So I'm not sure if he's like killing people, selling drugs. I'm not sure what he's doing. But he's doing stuff he's not supposed to be doing. And then this landowner comes and I guess wants the land that they're on. And it's about what they do, what the family does, I guess, to protect where they live. I don't know. I've never heard of this book. I was just looking through contemporary lists, trying to find books that, met the challenges. And I saw this and read it, the description, and it sounded interesting. And my library had it, so perfect. Oh, and if you've read this book, let me know. Let me know if I'm right about what it's about. Or if it was good. Let me know. And and it was a 2017 Man Booker Prize finalist. So if that means anything. Okay. Then the next one is a new author to you. And I think everybody on this list is new authors. No, I've never read any of these authors before. So I could have picked pretty much anything. But I saw that my library had this book. And everybody's been talking about this book. And I don't know if I'm going to like this book or not. But it sounds kind of good. And I like old glam and old history. So this is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And it's basically about an older actress. So, it's that Hollywood glam time, when, just like, this makes me think of like a time like Audrey Hepburn and, and I can't think of any of them, Marilyn Monroe, just, the time that the actresses were dignified and just, but anyway, so she hires a writer to write her memoir or an article or something, and she tells the story of her life and her 7 husbands, but I think it's, from what I hear from the descriptions from other people, it's kind of more than that. And I have a feeling that the person she chose has something to do with it too, but we'll see. But I've never read it, and people, they say that it makes you almost like, you're reading about a real person, like more like it's a memoir and like a real life memoir instead of a book. So, and I like books like that that are written so well that you're so immersed in the story that you think it's real. So, but yes, I'm very excited to read this one. The last one is a 5-star prediction, and this book has been on so many TBRs for so many months. And I have put it off because I know it's going to make me cry, and I know it's going to piss me off, and I've just kind of put it off. But it's due back in the library on the 18th, so this is the very first book I will read on for the Readathon, and I know it's going to be a 5-star for me. So my 5-star prediction read is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Yes, I think I'm the only person in the world that hasn't read this book yet. But basically, it's about this girl and her friend, and the police shoot him, and it's about how she deals with it, and how the community deals with it, and etc., etc. And so, yes, I'm very excited about reading this one, and, you know, we will see how it goes, and I'm hoping that this is definitely a 5-star for me. So, but these are the books that I'm reading for Contemporary-A-Thon. I've never participated in it before. So we'll see how it goes, and I'm very excited, and I can't wait for the 17th to get here, because I really want to start some of these books like now. And so I have them on my shelf over there, nowhere next to me, so I'm not tempted. But let me know if you've read any of these books, if you liked them, didn't like them. Please, no spoilers, because like I said, I'm really excited. Let me know down below if you're participating in the Contemporary-A-Thon, and I'll check out your TBR. Because like I said, contemporaries are not books I normally read. So I'm excited to kind of have a list of other contemporary books that I might want to read. Because maybe this will be a genre that I kind of delve into a little more. Alright guys, I will talk to you later, and please remember, please remember to always be kind to each other, and also please pray for those that are being affected by the hurricane right now and the storm surge that's coming in. I live in Tennessee, so I'm thinking we're going to get maybe some rain, but it shouldn't be that much for us, but I know the Carolinas are being hit pretty hard. So, alright guys, I will talk to you later.